Good morning and welcome to this week's Head Teachers broadcast. It's Monday the 25th of April and I want to start straight away by thanking all of the S1 to 3 pupils, almost all of which were in school uniform last week. Absolutely outstanding, really smart. Thank you to parents for supporting us in that and also to squad leaders too. So let's continue with that. Really pleased to see how smart our S1, 2 and S3 pupils are. So a big, very well done to you. So the squad challenge last week was all about sums and how quickly and how many you could get right, and almost all the squads took part in it. I did think that potentially we had a problem because there might have been an unfair advantage to pupils in classes that had access to IT. However, the winning squad did actually manage to do it on their phones, so I'm not sure if that has much of an impact on it. Almost all squads took part, as I said. There were 20,432 questions that were answered over the week, so problems that were solved, so very well done to that. And so we have a winner, but in third place, having answered 2,127 questions right, is Squad Burns. In second place, with 2,155 questions answered correctly, was Squad Newton. And the winning squad with a massive 3,257 questions answered correctly was Squad Skywalker. So very well done to them, and the chocolate will be on its way to you this week. Now, I mentioned last week that I was going to introduce to you the squad challenge, which will take place over the rest of this term. And it's all about celebrating the Queen's Platinum Jubilee. In June, we will have a number of days off school to help celebrate that occasion with our families and in our community. But the Banff community is putting together an event which centres around lighting of beacons on the Thursday evening, and also on the Sunday afternoon a picnic in the park, which will be taking place at Duff House. But for that event, what we're going to look to put together at Banff Academy is a digital presentation which marks each decade of the Queen's reign in the United Kingdom. So what we're going to be asking squads to do is that they will be allocated a decade, and over the rest of this term I want you to research all of the events that took place in the UK that decade and put together a presentation. And we'll match all those presentations together for one big presentation that celebrates the reign of our Queen in the UK. Mr. Kilpatrick will put out more details of that, but just exactly which decade you've been allocated and how it's all going to work. And of course, the best presentation at the end of term not only will get their chocolate, but they will be the squad that gets a trip away in a special activity for them. So good luck with that, and we'll give you more details next week, and Mr. Kilpatrick will put some details out about that as well to squad leaders. The exams are underway tomorrow, with Higher Politics being the first exam. We'll be putting together an exam preparation room in the lecture theatre right next to the Assembly Hall, which is where students very early in the morning can go along and have a cup of tea, a coffee, maybe even a slice of toast, just ready to get their exam, and hopefully your teachers for those exams will be there to answer any last minute questions that you've got. It's also a place that you can go in between papers that's quiet and away from the hurly-burly of the school. So this week we've got politics, geography and chemistry exams, and I wish all the students who are sitting those exams the very best of luck. For the rest of the school, particularly those pupils in three, I really would appreciate it if you respect the fact that these are the most important exams that these students are sitting, and that when you're moving around the school, if you could do so as quietly as possible. Some of the exams, due to the nature of them, take place over lunchtime and break time, and therefore when you're moving past the Assembly Hall and other areas of the school, if you could do so as you normally do, quietly and well behaved, even more so this time, because we don't want any distraction, because remember, a noise does annoy. So please make sure that you give the respect to the senior pupils as they sit these really important exams. Just want to remind senior pupils as well, just to keep checking in on the Collaborative Connections website for any part-time job vacancies or apprenticeships or full-time jobs, which is updated regularly. Okay, so look out for the details from Mr. Kilpatrick for the squad challenge for S1 to S3 pupils. If you could just make sure that you do keep quiet around the school, that would be great. And just a final reminder that we're still in a pandemic. COVID is still around and about. So make sure that you do follow the mitigations. So make sure that you try and wash your hands as regularly as possible. Try not to touch your face, and we'll try and keep the numbers as low as we possibly can. Okay, thanks for listening, and I shall talk to you all again next week.